Hello there. Let's make sure everything is working properly. It is Sunday. Sorry, it is Tuesday. You know what that means. Welcome on in. My name is Kira Kennedy. We are live with Pokemon Violet, Masuda Roulette, and also getting some team stuff together. I think my team stuff might actually already be done, but let's see. Let's just double check here. Check our stats here. EV trained perfectly. Yep. Oh. Okay. I mean, there's some other stuff I wanted to work on, but we'll hold off on that for now. See if we can get some other stuff potentially working with this team. But for now, we have a team we're working on for Toronto, which is this Torkoal team. It's a Sun team with a a Trick Room option. No Tailwind for the first time, so that's a little very out of my comfort zone, but gonna be doing a lot of practice with that. And don't know what else to really say. Let's just I think we should have the blueberry, to be honest. Oh, that's kind of that seems a little low. Let's turn this up a bit. How's the audio? Is that sounding okay? Because I'm hearing just nothing but the... Let's turn this down a bit more. Just make sure we're not fighting too much. Audio's good? Alright, thanks, Max. How you doing? I have been spending a lot of time grinding my, the team I want to bring to the Mega Dimension DLC, for the Mega Dimension DLC. That's what I've been doing the last few days, in addition to my practice for Toronto Regionals. So that's, something I'm going to be working on. No, not that. Do we need Ice Beam? I don't think we need Ice Beam. But we need... What do we need? Here we go. Make self-TM, terrestrialize Pokemon, defeat 10 Pokemon using Auto Battle. I can do that. Alright, let's just make a TM first. What do I have that's craftable? I can make an Agility TM. Yes. Wait. Let's actually make a command for that. I don't know if I can do this on YouTube, but actually, Max, do you mind making a command for that? Exclamation point leaks. I'll add it on the Twitch, on the YouTube side of things. Command add leaks. I'll just add yours. Yeah, I'll just copy and paste what you posted there, Max. Thank you very much. Doesn't look like that works on YouTube. Okay. Have to do that manually. That's fine. I'd have to do it manually in Stream Elements. I just don't care enough for that. I'm just gonna hope, I don't want to say this... I'm gonna make a Psychic Noise TM, just in case. Because one of the options I was looking at for my team... there's a version I've been trying. It has not worked at all, like, in any sense. But one option I've been playing around with was on my Farigiraf, because it's a throat spray Farigiraf. It runs, Hyper Voice and Psychic. I might change it to Psyshock, but we'll see. The other thing... What was the other thing? My brain's not braining right now. Oh, right. Terra Blast and Psychic Noise as an alternative, because Psychic Noise still procs Throat Spray. The problem is, every time I've tested it, it has not worked. So it's likely that it will not. Alright, let's go to Savannah. Because Savannah has Farigaraths, which is actually cool. Ooh, that music's way too low now. It's killing me and taking control. God damn it. One thing I really hope for when it comes to Gen 10... Oh, first egg. First egg of the batch. But it's just the price I paid. Destiny's calling. Alright. We have a Paldean Tauros, but it is not... The Aqua form, but it's not shiny. It's funny, because, like, if I'd had this during Regulation... If I'd had a shiny during Regulation H, that would have been something really good to bring for, like, tournaments and stuff. Because, like, Mirror Herb, Paldean Tauros was, like, all over the place. Or there was the Blaze form, or the Aqua form. I think the Aqua form was actually more common. Just because, like, it was a nice replacement for Urshifu Rapid Strike. Alright, there's Blaze form. And she's calling a cab while he's having a smoke. And she's taking a drag. Now they're going to bed. And my stomach is sick. And it's all in my head. But she's touching his chest. Now he takes off her dress. Ah. Good stuff. I just can't look. It's killing me. And taking... There's a whole bunch of things I hope we get for Generation 10. Like, number one, I'd like some parity with the controls. Like, I'd like the controls to be fairly similar. Like, let's put it this way. Between this game, Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet, and Legend ZA. Legend Arceus, Legend ZA. So, Scarlet Violet, Sword and Shield, Legend ZA, and Legends Arceus. The plus button and the minus button do different things. Even the Y button just does different things every time. And it's like, you switch between those games, it's like, oh, fuck. I hit the plus button in ZA, that opens up the map. There we go, that fits. That's better. That audio mix works better? Or would you put it in... What was that there we go about? Was that all my eggs? Let's talk about... Oh, you pinned it. Ah, okay, yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, thank you, Max. Yeah, I don't notice... for whatever reason, Stream Elements multi-chat does not show pins. So I did not notice that, but thank you. Ooh, I do need Terra Shards. Let's... Okay, so we do have one more egg. It is a Fione. There we go. Alright, so I can't knock that out with... Oh, that's not gonna work. Damn it. Ugh. I don't have any good, I guess we'll just have to do this the old-fashioned way. Tess, hey, Max, how you doing? Yep, that stuff. Ay. Alright, let's just knock out this crocodile. This fucker's gonna be on my ass all fucking day if I don't. Zeb Strike is gonna be a problem. Uh-oh. I had not considered the fact that also the Pokemon I have here would probably be getting level ups. It doesn't matter. How much are we looking at for... Alright, we're at 6. We only need to knock out 4 more Pokemon. Knock out some of these Farigaraths. I do need to terrestrialize a Pokemon to... Oh, and there's our Fione egg. Ugh. Wish you could play the DLC immediately. Yeah, I can't touch it until Friday. Well, I could, but I don't want to. Because I gotta work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week. So, let me tell you, TikTok is gonna be... TikTok's already fucking annoying, because, like, the leaks were already there. Terastallize your Pokemon to defeat a Pokemon. Yeah, we can do that. We have this... Where's the... Oh, there it is. Uh-oh. We're in Tauros. We're in Tauros country. This is bad. Also, I see I see that they introduced another free Pokemon event with the Charizard. We're getting Megazard Z, aren't we? God fucking damn it. Has that fucking lizard not gotten enough that it needs a third Mega? Alright, let's just use the U-turn and get the fuck out of here. Forestland Aqua Jet, and Flame Charge, and Charm, and Flame Charge, and Flame Charge, and Flame Charge, and Flame Charge, and wait. Alright, next batch eggs. The Hoenn starter megas are ranked season 7. Oh! Which tells me that... Oh, wait, was there a... I guess there was a video... sorry, obviously there was a video, but, like... I guess that also means that the Hoenn starters are going to be available in the Mega Dimension. Which makes sense. I mean, those were the only starters without with Megas that we haven't been able to catch in the game. And at this point, really, the only barrier to that is the DLC release trailer, right? If I lose it all, slip and fall, I will never look away. Well, Pokemon the Coastal, but... Outside the wall, live to die another day. I don't want anything. No new Pokemon or anything, it's just the Alpha Charizard and Hoenn Megastones. Yeah. And again, the fact that they're going out of their way to show that, yeah, you're getting a Charizard for this tells me Charizard's getting... Because, like, in hindsight, the Lucario you get from AZ was kind of a signal to Lucario getting a new Mega. But this, like... Yeah, there's no way they're not doing that, unfortunately. I don't know what that was about. Got a weird alert on my computer with nothing. Nah, probably fine. Oh, I should probably up the count. People by their hand, freedom awaits if we have the key. It's a fantasy program bestowed unto us by the gods. So now eins, zwei, drei, soon we will synchronize. So now eins, zwei, drei, escaping our demise. But if we stay strong, keep our courage, we'll find a way to exist within this survival game. The Charizard has an official reason for being given away. It does. You mean besides teasing the fact that it's getting it's probably getting a Z Mega? Today is Char... Of course it has its own fucking day. God forbid Charizard not get anything. It's a fashion program bestowed onto spider gods. What I'm actually wondering is, like... How long after the Mega Dimension DLC comes out do you think we're finally gonna get the home integration? Because, like, I have a feeling that's coming. But then you also gotta bring up the question of, like, well, what's the, Living Dex completion bonus going to be? If they have that planned right now. Oh. You said, oh, yes. It has to do with Unite? I forgot. Yeah, that's a banned word in our Twitch chat. Because somebody got really upset once that I said I don't like playing Pokemon Unite. Or I had no interest in playing it. Yeah. Well, no, you remember, but, like, there might be some lurkers like, wait, why the fuck can't I say Unite in chat? But yeah, you were here for that. You were here for that guy's meltdown. Now, again, I might not have reacted the best to it when they kept saying, like, oh, it's such a fun game and stuff. You were there, like, you saw it. It seemed like they were trying to sell me on playing a game I had no interest in playing. At least that's how I remember it. Maybe I'm misremembering, but, like, there was also, like, 2 years ago. Yeah. Hello, are you? No. Oh, shit. Should probably swap out my eggs. I mean, that's entirely fair. Just make sure I didn't miss anything. Nope, okay. Alright, I'm just gonna get some blueberry points because I need to get those. Grass side to defeat a wild Pokemon, catch one fighting type, successfully sneak up on one Pokemon, surprise them with a battle. Alright, we go to the... I think there's a Hitmontop. I think there's a pair of Hitmontop somewhere in the canyon biome. Where I can kind of kill 3 birds with 1 stone. You know, that guy that got mad a few months ago and they spoiled stuff about ZA early or something? I don't know, I remember. Delete it before you saw what he actually said. Wait, somebody actually got mad that I don't like hearing about spoilers? Or was he mad because his comment got deleted? Because, like, I can understand being frustrated about that, but at the same time, like, I don't know, maybe we should make a better effort to... Like what you did with the pinned comment. Maybe we should make a better effort to try to let people know spoilers are not tolerated in chat. Even though I think... Oh, not spoilers, leaks. Talking about leaks are not tolerated in chat. Unless otherwise stated. That should probably be clear. But yeah, it's like, I like going into these games blind, you know? Not everyone likes to see every single fucking detail of, you know, of the game before it comes out, you know? I mean, off the top of my head, well, let's look at the megas I know I was shocked by in Legends ZA. Skarmory, I had no idea that it had gotten a mega. So that was like a nice surprise. I can't remember if I was Spoiled to Excadrill or Electro. Oh no, I figured those out pretty early on that they had megas, but Chandelure was I think another one where like I was like legitimately surprised. All right, let's go for a quick ball here. I'm gonna need a new widget once I get rid of my Spotify though. A new widget to show my stream playlist, because it was like in May or June. They said something leak. I think it was a mega or something. I deleted it. Get a pretty kind response. Hey, leaks aren't allowed here. Ah, okay. Yeah, so May or June. So this was even. I think we only had like 2 megas. No, we only had like Mega Dragonite released at that point. That was like literally the only new mega we knew about. Got mad at you in particular. Yeah, don't get mad at the mods. Don't shoot the messengers, guys. Come on. Look, I don't understand that either. Like I'm all for joking about, you know, mods bullying their streamers or whatever, but you know, don't fucking yell at the mods for doing their job. I'm not used to being the bad guy if it means we all gotta chill here and don't share it. Used to being the bad guy if it means we all, yeah. And besides, like, it's not like there aren't other streamers who very much don't want to be told leaks in their chats. Like, I know for a fact my buddy Glax does not like leaks discussed in his chat. And if we're even talking about like bigger streamers, Ace Trainer Liam doesn't do that. Like someone who Max and I we frequented his streams quite a bit. And he does he's very, very adamant about, yeah, actually most big streamers are very adamant about not talking about leaks in their chats. Like, there's some exceptions, obviously. And I think A-Drive, that's the only Pokemon content he makes these days, it feels like. But it's like... Like, my... Just common courtesy not to share stuff unless... Yeah, exactly. Like, I had some instances where it's like, oh, is that? No. Ugh. I hate this fucking bull. Yeah. And that's one of those things of, like... That's an issue of, like... I don't watch the anime anymore. I haven't watched since... I haven't regularly watched, I should say, since Diamond and Pearl. You know, I occasionally watched during the Black and White era. I still fucking hate Silent because of that. You know, that anime is the reason why I despise Silent entirely. I watched a little bit of X and Y, a little bit, I think like 1 or 2 episodes of the Alola era. And then, like, I've seen clips from was it Journeys? Was Journeys where Ash was doing the Champion 8 thing, and that was the replacement for just going to Galar? I forget. Yes, Journeys, okay. Yeah, I watched, like, maybe clips of Journeys. In fact, most of my Journeys updates came from you. It's in the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Okay, that Scyther just spawned up my ass. Well, I need the Terrathalize to knock something out, so... Terrathalize Ancient Power. Ah. I do still hope there is some kind of, like, DLC post-game replayability that we get with, that we get when it comes to, the Mega Dimension stuff, but, like, I don't know, like, I feel like a lot of the fears I had concerning Legends Arceus, with, like, there not being any proper replayability or anything, wound up happening with Legends ZA. Like, I feel like there was just nothing to do once you beat the story. Like, even shiny hunting there felt very tedious. Make a TM. Oh, it's an axe you. I need to ask you a question. Speaking of Horizons and Scarlet and Violet, they just went to Blueberry Academy. Cool. Yeah, back to Unova. Yeah, Unova is... I don't hate the games, I just... Because Unova immediately makes me think back to, again, my least favorite character in all of Pokemon. Not even including the idiot who brought 5 Pokemon to a 6-on-6. And still somehow won. There was just so many dumb choices, I think, in the Unova era. Trying to go back to basics and stuff. Like, at that point, you might as well just have put a different pro tag in. Jolene, Jolene, I'm begging you. Alright, let's get rid of these two. Like, I've been, like, for a lot of what I've been doing with Legends ZA, I've just kind of been doing just, like, off-stream shiny hunting to try to get some stuff I wanted for my Mega Dimension team. Strictly, I wanted a shiny Lucario. Shiny Lucario. Okay, I should probably remove this stuff from my playlist. Someone already said Iris was meant to be the protagonist of a Unova anime, with Ash being the side character. I guess. But if that was the case, they shouldn't have... I don't know, just... There should have been some more experience on Ash's side in that sense. Like, I know there's the excuse of, like, Zekrom took all of Pikachu's electricity, so that's why this Pikachu that's probably damn near close to level 100 getting the shit kicked out of it by a level 5 Snivy. Which I know Pokemon levels don't mean a damn thing in the anime. They mean about as much as typings mean in that anime. I should probably up that count. Because the amount of times Ash has electrocuted ground-type Pokemon. Where it's like, oh yeah, we go for Thunderbolt onto Rhyhorn's horn. That'll somehow ignore its ground typing. Or not Rhyhorn, Rhydon's horn. That'll somehow ignore its ground typing. Make that make sense. We got another egg hatching. Probably another Tauros. Actually, definitely another Tauros. In defense of Pikachu, it couldn't use any... Yeah, exactly. But it still had Iron Tail. It still had Quick Attack. Yes, Iron Tail had a chance to miss. It has a chance to miss. But Quick Attack, Quick Attack alone, just from the level difference, should have been enough. I'm just thinking, doesn't Post was also just weaker in general? From what, though? Like, what could have weakened it that... How could Zekrom have weakened it that much that it couldn't beat a level 5 Snivy? Like, I'm not saying Ash has always been the smartest fucking character, but I don't know. Unova, he felt extra dumb. Holy shit, that's a shiny Exeggutor. Alright. Fuck it. Ah, son of a bitch. Okay, so yeah, we don't want to knock this thing out. We'll just kind of let it chip away at itself. While we just huck some dusk balls at it, because it's nighttime. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, you got your health back. That's fine. There we go. That's my first just completely random shiny in... Before I do, I want to free the guy with the Cat and Pikachu in Horizons anime was apparently in space the majority of the season. He was in... Okay. I have so many questions, but I'll wait till you get back. Alright, let's move you into the shiny box. Yep. I'll put you over here for now. Yeah, so we'll show up in the corner there. Still gotta make a TM, but I'm not quite sure what TM I'd want to make. Or that I should make. Alright, that's our last egg for this batch. Excuse me? Do you mind? Alright. Anything else? Travel 500 yards? Alright, let's just try to travel the center of the academy. We'll get a TM. We'll go get a TM made. Ugh. Flashbacks to Kalos or to Lumio City. Embrace the darkness that's within me. No hiding in the shadows. When this wickedness consumes me. Take a picture of a wild Pokemon swimming. Oh, we gotta go over here first. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, what TMs do we have that we could make? Let's sort by craftable TMs first. Alright, so Thunder Fang, Ice Fang, Water Pulse, Low Kick. Low Kick might be helpful. I'll hold off on that though. Poison Tail, Pounce, Voice, Swift, Flame Charge. I might want a Flame Charge TM, so I'll make, I don't know, 5 of those. I'll make 1 of those. Blinded my sight and I couldn't have read. Frustration is getting. I also just realized I completely missed out on the Dragapult event. But at the same time, like, I'm really not interested in that until it comes time for the Chansey dens to come back. That's really the only time I'm really going. Because that's great for farming Terra Shards and Experience Candy. Ah, it counts. Haha. Of course it counts, genius. It's a Pokemon that's swimming. Okay, so Aqua Breed, it's gonna have that gray nose. Blaze Breed, I feel like it's still gonna be harder to tell. Oh, you Russian piece of crap. No, no. Alright, I need I need Stellar Shards. I'll knock this thing out real quick. Blinded my sight and I couldn't have read. Frustration, it's getting bigger. Bang, bang, bang. Pull my devil trigger. I'm the one that finds it weird. I think I've mentioned this before, but I find it weird how the Terra Orb is held while I'm riding my Rhydon. While I'm riding, whether either be Koraidon or Miraidon. Versus, like, when I'm just standing... Whereas, you know, I'm just standing and running around by myself. Ah! You little chinchilla bastard. I can't call it a rat, so it's a chinchilla. Take a picture of a wild Pokemon in the canyon biome. Well, good thing I'm right there. There are several. Picture of a wild Pokemon. God damn it. Ah! Did I forget to up the count? This count is already so inaccurate as is, it doesn't matter, but... There, swimming Pokemon. Grasslize your Pokemon to defeat a wild Pokemon. Alright, we'll wait until we find our next Stellarmon. I gotta remember to put Carl back in his send Carl back to Hisui, since I'm not using him for ranked battles anymore. In fact, I don't think I ever actually wound up using him outside of Showdown. For clarification, Carl is my Arceus from Legends Arceus. I named it Carl after after one of the characters from Llamas Who Wear Hats. Carl! This Arceus looks like a giant fucking llama. Alright, draw that size Pokemon, stack some sneak up, catch Pokemon. Ugh. Oh, god damn it. Alright, that's our Fion egg. Got one more to hatch. Maybe if I can fight a Terra Pokemon, I can catch it and use the Terra, I'm just glad Slowpoke aren't considered hostile. Oh, whoops. Sorry, I was trying to do a rolling jump, and I forgot you can't do those in these games. Hanging out, drinking in the back of El Camino. No one knew me, my name. Trashed my own house party because nobody came. I know I'm not the one you thought you knew back in high school. Oh, and not react to direction that we crave and tell us to behave. I'm sick of always hearing at your age. I don't want to waste my time. Become another casualty of society. Following the line. Become another victim of your conformity. Back down. And so there's a good chance that I'm not going to be able to sneak up on that Seadra. But what would you expect with a conscience so small? It's how we were raised, mate. Priest with the guys that we play, cause we like having fun at other people's expenses. Shutting people down is just a minor offense, and instead of your concern, I guess I'll never learn. Sick of being told to wait my turn. I don't wanna waste my time. Become another casualty. Right, yes, the man who's been in space. Yes. Space! Hang on. Yeah, I don't actually have that as a command on my... I have it as a redemption, but not as a... To let you know and don't count on me. I'll do it again. Don't count on me. Yes, thank you, Max. And I don't give a shit about nothing. Which is bad grammar. Because technically, he's just been in space. No explanation, just space. And the thing, one of the guys in this song used to be a commentator for, I'm pretty sure he used to be a commentator for Pokemon Company, Jaywitz. I just find that funny for some reason. I'm trying to think. I think Shady Penguin also used to be one. I know Ray Rizzo was for years, and now he's actually competing in Japan. Find this out in the most recent episode at the very end. It's crazy. All right, defeat 10 Pokemon using Auto Battle. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. So keep your eyes on me now. 7. Another level. 8, 9, 10. Same episode, the main character gets a Goldengo. Oh, cool. What is it? I only know Roy or Liko. What the fuck? What was that glistening? Watch that feed indicator, I get a shiny. No, that's not it. Hang on, wait, let me just... No, not that. The third one, dot. Ah, okay. So keep your eyes on me now. Okay, Pokemon, photo wild Pokemon in the coastal biome? Well, hello, Pokemon in the coastal. She's basically been the third main character since late season 1. Fair enough. I mean, the show's always had at least 3 traveling companions. With, like, the very notable exception of, like, early... For the record, we're in... Yeah, that makes sense, because Scarlet and Violet came out... Scarlet and Violet came out in 2023. Or was it 2022? I think it was late 2022. Never mind. It was late 2022 Scarlet and Violet came out. And, like, I'm pretty sure we only got the extra year so that they could put more effort in Gen 10. And also Champions. I mean, there was effort put into Legend ZA. I'm not going to say Legend ZA is a broken game to the sense of, like, how bad Scarlet and Violet was. 2022, DLC 2023, episode early 2024. Epilogue early 2024. Right, yeah. And then just limping along for the sake of the competitive scene for another 2 years, let's say. Because, let's face it, well, okay, another year and a half, because competitive Scarlet and Violet will most likely be done before March, I would say. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Champions... Hey, AJ, how you doing? I'm assuming not well. Stupid question, sorry. What's up, bud? Waiting for the... Need to buy the DLC? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I caved and bought it the day I pre-ordered the game. Which is a terrible idea, especially if the DLC winds up sucking. Yes and no. Regulation F ends at the end of March, and whatever the new regulation is heading to April is most likely going to be Champions-based. So, it's not for online stuff. It's for in-person tournaments, for VGC and stuff. That's going to be the focus, right? That's going to be when we're done with that. So chances are, like, maybe late February, early March is when we get Champions. Gives people a couple months to prepare their teams for the new regulation in April, which is probably going to be the first regulation of Champions, and is also likely going to include... It either will include Megas, or it's going to be a very bare bones, like, you can only use, like, a certain amount of Pokemon. I mean, it would make sense to release it on Pokemon Day. It really would. Because Pokemon Day will be the 30th anniversary of the original Red and Green's release. So it would make sense. It would make absolutely perfect sense to release it on that day. And then, end of February, that gives you a whole month to grind up items and stuff for your team for the first regulation. Because, literally, the day after, they're going to announce the next regulation. It's going to succeed Regulation F. Wait to see how the DLC is. Yeah, I don't blame you. Here's the thing, though. You might need it for the, You might need it for home. For the living dex completion bonus they give you for every game. Oh, shit. But, I mean, I can understand where you're coming from. Alright, let's release you. We don't need you anymore. But I get it. I get it. Legends CA has not exactly... Oh, yeah, it's gonna have megas, right. It's gonna... Yeah, if it's anything like VGC for X and Y, I think that had megas right off the bat. It was only like... I think only Sun and Moon. I think only Sun and Moon didn't allow megas for the first few regulations, even though like they were available. Return of... Oh god, yeah. The question is Chalk going to come back? I know we're not going to get Big 6 right away, because there's no way they're going to start with a double restricted format. But, like, Chalk is likely, because, again, we got Mega Kangaskhan, we got a Moongus. If Cresselia's available, if Heatran... What is it? Hang on. I'm trying to remember what Chalk... Hang on. I gotta remember what Chalk was, actually. Alright, so Chalk was... It usually included Landorus, Cresselia, Heatran, Mega Kangaskhan. I'm trying to remember who else was... Cresselia, Heatran, Amogus, Kangaskhan, Landorus, Therian. And then a random 6th Pokemon. What the hell? Did I... Oh. Whoops! Wait, no. What? Why is my music stopped? Oh boy. Sorry about that. Hang on. Bear with me. Oh, fuck. Hang on. There we go. Sorry about that. Connected to my dad's car. Are you shiny? No. It's just very bright out. And probably Greninja and Meganium. Yeah. Greninja's a weird one, though. I don't think Greninja really had much. I don't know. I'm not the VGC historian. But, I mean, yeah, it's gonna heavily depend on, like, abilities. You know, like, everything's really gonna heavily depend on abilities. And we will know the abilities once the home integration kicks in and we get the data mining. Because data mining was what what showed us the abilities for, like, the Hisuian Pokemon when they came over to Scarlet, when they'd come over to Scarlet and Violet. Or when they'd eventually be added into a main series game. Strongjaw, I mean, you have to give it Vicious Rend for a good water stab. And you gotta give it a good dragon stab that's not outrage. That's the thing. You have to give it a good dragon stab that's not outrage. And then that brings up it has liquidation. Yes, but Strongjaw doesn't boost liquidation. That's the problem. Strongjaw does not boost liquidation. Strongjaw only boosts biting moves. The alligator. Right, no, because I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Because the Wolfcat Arcanine getting Dragon Rage makes total sense. Or the Armless Ghastly getting access to Ice Punch, or the Elemental Punches. Or the Armless Wooper getting access to Ice Punch when freaking, I mean, keeping it Sheer Force is probably... It's the safest route, I would say. It's a bit boring, but it's the safest route. And I guess Breaking Swipe, even though you lose the, I was just assumed, yeah, I guess, but... But yeah, I think even when I was a kid, well, not when I was a kid, because this is when Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire came. I think I still have the Tumblr post. Hang on. Let me pause for a sec. I need to confirm this. Because when Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire first came out, I did like a month of Tumblr posting. Hang on, let me just check my own profile. Here we go. A 3-day Pokemon Challenge. Okay, I had suggested either Drizzle or Adaptability. Yeah, no, that's not even a question that Mega Star means either getting huge or pure power. Oh. I got all bulls there. Like, either or is fine. Like, they're the exact same ability. It's like... Well, besides the ones that we know have pure power. Or huge power. Yeah, exactly. And again, like, saying it makes more sense to be pure power is like saying it makes more sense for a Pokemon to have Insomnia over Vital Spirit, right? It's the same fucking ability. Just don't tell Delibird that. Yes, but it also gets a growth spurt, so by that logic, huge power makes more sense. Right? Like, that's what it's sounding like, you know? Don't get me wrong, I love you, but does that mean I have to meet your father? Doing it's more psychic-y than huge power, hence Metacham. Isn't Metacham's ability huge power? No, wait. I don't remember the fucking Mega's abilities off the top of my head now. Noit. Okay. It is Noit it. Metacham's pure power. Mawile is huge power. Okay. Oh, baby. What I'm hoping is that Gallade, Mega Gallade's ability changes from, was it Steadfast? I hope they change Mega Gallade's ability from Steadfast to Sharpness. Moxie Hawlucha? Maybe? I mean, it fits with the wrestler vibe. So I could see that. I'll be honest, I never actually had a chance to look at Mega Hawlucha's stats. People are saying drought for Mega Meganium. I mean, it's an interesting idea. It's kind of self-defeating, though, because that gives it a, that kind of shoots it in the foot. Because if Mega Meganium gets drought, you basically have a built-in way to beat it, right? Yeah, drought makes Solar Beam fast. I get that. But at the same time, hey, Dildo, how you doing? Welcome on in. Yeah. So you can't use a Burden anymore. Moxie would be good. Moxie and Stamina are both kind of thematically perfect abilities for Hawlucha, as it's Mega. Regenerator Dragalge? Maybe. I am shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet, because I'm kind of done with Legends ZA until the DLC comes out. Regenerated Dragality is an interesting idea. I think it might be just safer to keep adaptability, because adaptability is already such a broken ability, already such a really good ability. I won't call it broken, but it's a good ability to have. I think that was why it suggested adaptability for Mega Feraligatr 10 years ago when Oras first came out. Oh, look, there is a pair of Hitmontop. What job do I have if I don't stream? Ooh, I actually work in a warehouse. I actually work in a warehouse for a Canadian company called Canadian Tire. So basically, I just kind of load up stuff to send out to the stores. That's my day job. Meganium doesn't, plus moves do, and all Megas always use plus moves in ZA. Oh, so... Wait, hang on. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, warehouse jobs... They have their pluses and minuses. Okay, I don't think I had both that twice, but yeah, okay, so... The plus moves are what make it faster, really. I think what I'd seen with that was a lot of people thought, because there was something in Mega Meganium's Pokédex entry that made it seem like their ability is going to be something that makes Solar Beam hit faster, or maybe it's like a signature move it gets. I don't know. It can't be a signature move because that would have been revealed in Legends ZA. What do I do to pass time? Most of the time I'm either playing some other games or like off stream I play a lot of Power Watch Simulator actually, and Quarantine Zone. It's a demo right now, but the full game should be coming out soon. But I also like watch a lot of YouTube and TikTok. I want to get back into... I have a bunch of... You can't really see them on the TikTok feed, but I have a bunch of guitars. I want to get back into doing guitar covers for TikTok, but I just never find the time. No, I'm pretty sure Venusaur can't do it. I mean, we can compare that, to be honest. We still have some time before the DLC officially drops. And the other thing I've been doing in my spare time... The other thing to do, I do in my spare time a lot is, I've been working on Pokemon Showdown, getting practice in for, Toronto Regionals next month. Moves skipped, yeah. Oh, plus moves skipped the recharge time. Interesting. I mean, I know Solar Beam has, like, probably one of the largest charge animations in the game, but I didn't... But actually, like, even special attacks in general just take longer to fire off than, And I'm gonna go, because... Alright, Dale, thanks for popping in. Have yourself a good night, bud. To aspire of flames, distant hearts unto a pastel unnamed. See you next time, bud. I need to... Also, I just realized... Still has the startup time. I'm just gonna assume I didn't up that count. Oh, wait. I almost forgot to put the new eggs in. Okay, I had to do a double take on that Chinchou. Charge time is skipped. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, it's rough sometimes. Alright, what do we need? 10 Pokemon successfully sneak up. God damn it. Successfully sneak up on one Pokemon, surprise them with a battle, catch one Dragon type. I don't want to fight these things. I'm going to... No, not that. Where are we going? No, that's not wrong. Fucking... God damn it! Anytime you see me doing random things, it's because I'm trying to remember the button layout for these games. Because, like, it's a different one every fucking game, right? You know, in Legends Z, the plus button opens up the map. In Legends Arceus, it opens up the map, I think. In Scarlet and Violet, in Sword and Shield, it activates the bike. I gotta get some Terra Shards, so I'm gonna sneak up on this Tauros. Oh shit! Oh shit! Okay, good. I got the Tauros. I just hope Mega Froslass keeps Snow Cloak. It doesn't need Slush Rush. Honestly, Snow Cloak would probably be a fine option. It would be very boring if they wound up giving it... Shadow Tag, like Mega Gengar. Especially since it's very likely that... Yeah, like, everything I've seen about Mega Clefable, that's kind of just a worse Togekiss. Like, unless its ability is really good, I don't see people using it over Togekiss. If it gets Pixelate, maybe Misty Surge. Here's the thing, like, its ability... Its Pokedex entry talks about being able to alter gravity around it, so that's been the big theory, is that it's going to get some kind of ability that sets gravity on switching. If it gets Pixelate, that's going to be very, very lame, because we've already got two Fairy-type Megas that get Pixelate on evolution. You know, it'll be like giving a Flying-type Pokemon the Aerialate ability. Although Aerialate is still infinitely much more useful because there are no good flying stabs. Seriously. Like, all the good flying stabs require, like, rain to be up or something. Or have, like, insane recoil. Or require you to not be holding an item. Special attack is higher than Togekiss with slightly... Yeah, exactly. The best flying stabs have terrible drawbacks. Exactly. Mega Victory Bell. Yeah, it would have to be like a really good ability to save it. And you know for a fact they're not going to use Chlorophyll, because you give it Chlorophyll, it is fucked. If you give Mega Victory Bell Chlorophyll, it is fucked, because... You know... Why run it over like... Venusaur, just regular base form Venusaur at that point. Yeah. Yeah. It is kind of sucky, I guess, but... Is that a shiny Alolan Muck? Yeah. No, it's not a shiny Alolan Muck. Dragon is interesting, yeah, because it's more of a special attacker now, yeah. Like, if this was a closed Team Sheets tournament, Dragonite would be a very... If you're using, like, a closed Team Sheets tournament, Dragonite would be very interesting, because there's, like, a lot of unpredictability there. Like, we don't... You never know if it's going to be, like, the normal Inner Focus set. Or maybe multi-scale. You know, on a physical set. Or if you're running a special set because you're going to Mega Evolve it. Dragonite is really good, yeah. Plus, like, it still has a serviceable attack stat. We sneak up on a Pokemon, take a picture of a wild Pokemon asleep, swimming. Like, base Dragonite with Shell Bell a bit better. Yeah, I mean... Oh, okay. That's a bit of a weird choice, I would say. Excalibur, I guess. I mean, yeah, I can kind of... What the fuck? Yeah, I mean, Excalibur also kind of has the benefit, though, of Scale Shot to really augment that speed. Although you have to have Scale Shot land. Oh, absolutely. Like, I don't even think Baxcalibur has a base Baxcalibur has a useful special attack stat. I think it's strictly meant to be an all-out physical attacker. Like, I feel like since Generation 5, with the exception of maybe Goodra, I guess both Goodras, like, every single pseudo-legendaries had that kind of dedicated stat. Yeah, 145 attack, 75 special attack. And then, like, once the game comes out and people... Oh, sorry, once the DLC drops, it's max speed. Yes, I know. I know. I've used Baxcalibur. I know it's max speed well. If I remember... Oh, special attack, not speed. Oh. Max speed is 300. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm trying to remember, does Baxcalibur even cross that base 100 speed threshold? 87, wow. That is insane. It actually is interesting, though, with that, because, like... Even Metagross... Well, Metagross doesn't cross it, but Metagross... Because Metagross is base 90 speed, if I remember correctly. Stats are all trash, aside from HP and attack. Yeah, I mean, again, when you're running back Excalibur, you're going to want to run Scale Shot to really augment that speed. Like, that's probably the reason why some people might start using Mega Garchomp a little more now, since that gets access to Scale Shot. But then you also got to consider, like... I don't know, like, what... Why the fuck is Freeze Dry an egg move? It's... Yeah, on Baxcalibur, that doesn't make any sense. Like, Freeze Dry is a very useful move. I've used it a lot. It's actually one of my favorite moves, to be perfectly honest. But I can understand I can understand the confusion as to why you'd want to put it on a Pokemon with, what, 73 base special attack? 75, sorry, you said. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, it's a Deerling. For some reason, I thought that was a fucking... I don't know why, but for some reason, I thought that was a fucking, Vibrava. I don't know why. I don't know why I thought there would be a Vibrava in the polar biome for some reason, but... Alright, let's go for a repeat ball. God damn it. Mega Meganium. 80 speed. That's gonna be an interesting one too, I think, Chingling. Oh, Chimecho, yeah. I mean, yeah. And it's got some decent bulk, but again, you gotta... I think the thing where... I am shiny hunting, yes. How you doing, Vince? I should also check and make sure I swapped out my eggs. Base yeah. No, that's an insult to wet mops. Yeah, Triage seems like the most common ability I've seen outside of like a new ability. Flower Shield. I don't think that's an ability. Mega for Alligator. 160 attack. 7. I think its speed actually went down. Am I crazy? Did its speed go down? Sorry, that's the move. Don't give it Leaf Guard. At that point, you might as well just throw Meganium in the trash. If you give Mega Meganium Leaf Guard, it is dead on arrival. Because Leaf Guard was useless on its base form, but... yeah. Like, it's gonna heavily depend on, like... yeah, like, Sheer Force, nah, speed stayed the same. Yeah. So if its ability is... if they keep its ability as Sheer Force, I mean, Flower Veil, what does that even do? What does Flower Veil even do? Ah, crap. Did I remember to... I'm waking up to ash and dust. I wipe my brow and I swear my rust. I'm breathing in the chemicals. Ah. 160 attack is great, yes, but with that speed stat, if it hasn't changed, yeah, if it keeps Sheer Force, then there's no point in Mega Evolving it. That's why I thought adaptability would be a good option. But stat lowering stats be just for all grass types out. Grass type allies, including yourself. That could be a bit problematic. That could be a bit problematic unless you're running alongside like maybe one of the Ogre Pawns. And even then, like, 75 speed. Yeah. I don't know, like, I feel like Flower Veil would not be a good ability for Mega Meganium. Like, Triage makes more sense, because that can have it kind of serve as more of a cleric. Flower Veil, I feel like you're just asking for it just not to be used. Because there's certain types I don't really think you want to double up on, and Grass is one of those, unless you have typings that can really kind of offset each other. Or, sorry, secondary types that kind of offset each other. I feel it in my bones. is enough to make my systems glow. Welcome to the new age. I'm gonna make some bullet CTMs. Whoa, whoa, I'm radioactive. Kind of, maybe, but like... Ooh. Oh, I missed the friggin'... Yeah. I mean, I don't know. For me... Unless you're trying to avoid, like... poison or a burn? Maybe a freeze, but like at that point, Blizzard's gonna cause a problem for you in that sense, because there's no Terra, right? Mega Embor should keep Reckless. Shadow Tech Chandelure, yeah. Mega Embor keeping Reckless. I mean, Reckless is a fine ability. It gets a lot of recoil moves. So, I mean, that's not a terrible idea, to be honest. Reckless on Mega Embor is not a terrible idea. Shadow Tech Chandelure is, like, the common fan theory that I've seen going around. Especially since it was originally supposed to get Shadow Tag as its hidden ability. Chandelure was supposed to get Shadow Tag as its hidden ability. Or might have originally got... Its original hidden ability might have been... Shadow Tag. You just gotta be careful with that, because with Shadow Tag, I know it's only 2 right now that would have it, if that was the case. But doubling up on... Let Electros keep Levitate. Now here's the thing, that's just gonna depend heavily on Electros' stats. But yeah, honestly... Yeah, letting it keep Levitate is kind of the only way it'll be useful. Because it's a pure electric type. Yeah. That's fair. Yeah. Live and learn. Hanging on the edge of tomorrow. Live and learn from the works of yesterday. Hey. Like Canaries, Ampharos, etc. Reflect. Yeah. It makes sense. One more. Now your face down on the floor. If it doesn't, yeah. That's been one of those rare cases where if it doesn't keep the same ability, there's really no point in using it. And here's the thing. There's no reason to think Electros won't keep Levitate as its ability when it Mega Evolves. Because literally, the entire line's ability is Levitate. Oh, goddamn Tauros. Oh, fuck. We're in Tauros Town. Get out, get out, get out. Like, there's some cases where if they keep the same ability, you're better off just... Yeah. Unless you're dealing with Mold Breaker. They're the only line without any weaknesses post-Fairy introduction. Because pre-Gen 6, Dynamo wasn't the... Actually, Electros has 80 defense and 90 special defense when it's Mega. Huh. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. It really needs that. Yeah, pre-Fairy, I'd say... Yeah, exactly. So unless you had, like, a Pokemon with Scrappy, a fighting Pokemon with Scrappy, or I think a ring target ignores immunities. So either you had to either trick a ring target onto somebody, or hope you had a Pokemon with Scrappy ability. It's the only Pokemon by default with no weaknesses. Yes. The only way you could hit it with its weakness would be with something that ignores the ability, or be by turning off its ability, essentially. Or would be with abilities. Sorry. Would be with abilities. I mean, there are, yeah. There's the ring target. There's gravity. There's mold breaker. There's scrappy. Oh yeah, burn up. I forgot about that. Yeah, burn up and double. Actually, no, double shock doesn't get rid of weaknesses because then it just becomes a fighting type. Because I don't think Palmy or Palmo learned double shock. Let me reintroduce you to Mega Rayquaza. Oh god, the reason for the anything goes tier. The only Mega that can Mega Evolve without using up its item slot. Ooh, what are you? Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think no, Mega Rayquaza wasn't part of Big 6. Big 6 was Xerneas and Primal Groudon. Need you by my side. Every time we touch, I feel the static. Every time we kiss, I reach for the sky. I'll be fast. Want you in my life. And you have no weaknesses in a really easy way. How so? Enlighten. Yeah, no, yes, Mega Kangaskhan was part of Big 6. I'm trying to remember who were in Big 6. Ugh. Yeah, it's funny. Two of the most popular teams in X and Y, or in Gen 6, had Mega Kangaskhan. Hang on. BGC Big 6. Marigold, maybe? Alright, yeah, let's see. Yeah. Mega Kangaskhan, Xerneas, Mega Salamence, Smeargle, Talonflame. Shit, hang on. Okay, hang on. Primal Groudon, Xerneas, Mega Kangaskhan, Mega Salamence, Smeargle, and Talonflame were Big 6. Yeah, Smeargle. Thank you, AJ. Technically, you don't need Double Shock, but... I want you in my life. Get you through my heart, beat fast. Need you by my side. Now there's no... Yeah. There will not be Big 6 unless Champions gets a double restricted meta. Which it will at some point. But a double restricted meta with... Honestly, Incineroar probably could be a good fit to join Big 6. As a replacement for something, maybe. But who knows? I, again, am not the VGC expert. This is why I pay for coaching. Yeah. Well, it's also going to depend if we get a double restricted Mega format. We have to remember that, right? Or formats where Megas are legal. Primal Groudon with Zacian, that would be terrifying. Well, no, not necessarily, actually, because here's the thing. Intimidate. Intimidate cycling is still a thing. And Xerneas got that massive nerf still. Yeah, no. Like, Terra Electric is the only way to kind of ignore Double Shock's side effect of removing its electric typing. I would assume it's probably the same thing for Burn Up. You have to run Cali Shadow, and then you're running into Incineroar as a problem again. What do I need? Catch one Rock type. Grasslize your Pokemon. Then ditch Groudon for Kaio. Yeah, I mean, there's ways around it. That's the thing. There's always going to be ways around these, right? And that's kind of something, you know, that you have to learn as a top VGC player, right? What ability should Mega Phalanx get? I'm kind of tempted to go with Stance Change. But I mean, you have, because I mean, you're gonna have to run Protect anyways in a VGC scenario. But that's probably, I don't know. That's probably not gonna happen. Yeah, fair enough. Because you see that with yeah, you see that with. Yeah, Aegislash still does it, yeah. It's just more about timing. Let's go for an Ancient fuck it, let's go for a Flamethrower. This usually has Sturdy anyways. Watch, it doesn't have Sturdy this time. Also, it has Ass for special defense, so... Sharpness would probably make sense. I mean, I'm trying to think what it gets off the top of my head. Okay, good. It has Sturdy. Alright. Repeat Ball. Yeah. Aegislash got absolutely murked in the real-time... competitive in real-time battling. Alright, spam the B button. Spamming the B button. Yeah. Alright, I gotta release this Graveler. Yes, King Shield's great if you time it right, but so is Protect, right? Well, yes, everybody hates Incineroar. But here's the thing, Incineroar is also probably the Pokemon he's the most successful with. You know, post-World Championship win. Hell, I used Incineroar to top cup my only tournament in Toronto, you know? Oh, yeah, that's true. Perish Trap, yeah. Well, but he also had Incineroar on his Toronto team. So, there's that. So, Incineroar and... Oh, everybody hates Smeargle. Fucking... I know I joked about that for Incin, but, like, Smeargle, everybody hates Smeargle. Smeargle's the reason why Darkrai can't have nice things. Smeargle is for one reason and one reason only. Yeah. The fact that it learns every single move. And, like, its Dark Void was a nightmare as part of Big Six. Yeah. Yeah, Dark Void. And here's the thing. I think Gen 7 was when they nerfed was when they nerfed Smeargle so they not only nerfed Smeargle so that it couldn't learn Dark Void, but they nerfed Dark Void so that it was inaccurate as fuck. In order to fuck Smeargle, fuck you, Dark. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing: Darkrai very rarely is legal for competitive, and it's usually an online only, like ladder only. Because they have yet to have like an in-person event where you can use like mythical regulations that allow for mythicals. Yeah, exactly. There have only been 2 regulations where mythicals were allowed, and one of them's about to end. Because, like, I think in January we're going back to Reg J. Not Reg J. Reg I. We're going back to Regulation I. We're going back to double restricted. So I don't know. Maybe I'll start... It's tough to say, right? Like... It's gonna, number one, depend on what Mega Excadrill's base speed stat is. And whether or not it keeps Mold Breaker. Actually... Yeah, no. I don't know whether or not it keeping Mold Breaker would be good or bad. Like, it's gonna be... We need Terrestrial as a Pokemon. Speed is 103. That's not bad. That's over that base 100 threshold you need. If I remember correctly, Standard Excadrill is under the base 100 speed stat. So that's a good start. That's a good start. Mold Breaker would not be terrible for it, to be honest. It would not. It's a good ability. And if its stats are that much better... Yeah. Well, no, that's not necessarily true, because there are Pokemon who... Their hidden ability winds up being their Mega's ability. Look at Blaziken. Its hidden ability is Speed Boost. Its special ability... Sorry, its Mega's ability... You're expecting it to keep Sand Rush. I mean, Sand Rush is probably the safest route, to be honest. Because in that sense, then you can still run it alongside Tyranitar. Especially since, as far as I know, there's no real spread fighting move. I think Sand Rush would probably, again, be the safest option. Like, again, it heavily depends on what its attack stat is as well, when it Mega Evolves. To me, Sand Force seems like the safest option. Because then you actually have a chance to play, like, really, really serious mind games with somebody, even in an open team sheet format, if you bring, like, say, Mega Excadrill and Mega Tyranitar on the same team. Because that's like, oh, well, which one's gonna Mega? Now, granted, a fighting move kind of solves all that problem either ways. That's a spread ground move. But yes, you are correct. I said there was no spread fighting move. But yes, Zygarde is also a problem. Thankfully, it's not a restricted meta. Because I don't even think the Sand Rush core really works outside of Regulation H anyways. Oh no, it absolutely will not change. Considering it needs to be, yeah. It needs to be his power construct. It needs to have power construct procced in order to Mega Evolve. There's no way it's not just going to keep power construct. Because Nile Light's the one that the move that really ignores typings. I think I haven't pushed the button yet, so I'm going to push it now. They wouldn't do what? I mean, it'll be interesting, but really, Aura Break only really works alongside once make it refill health on Mega Evolution. I mean, you just put it alongside a Pokemon with, say you put it alongside a Pokemon with Triage, like, say, Comfy. I thought I only got a slight health. Okay, you saw that, right? There was a little sparkle there. There's a little sparkle here every time. Hang on, let me go back real quick. Ah, see? Right there. What is that? What is that? Oh, wait. Is there a cave down here? No. There has to be a... No, there's no den there. Because... Hang on, let me open up the map. Not that. Yeah, if there was a den down there, it would pop up right here. What is that? What is that sparkle? Look! What is that? There's no shiny there. There's no item there. There's just sparkling for no reason. Yeah, there's no items. There's no... The shinies don't sparkle in the overworld until you run into them. The bridge. Why is the bridge sparkling? Because it's not doing it on this side. If it was the bridge, it would do it on this side too. And it's not. Once again, turn around. Every time and then I fall apart. Look! Look! What is... It's... That has to be a visual glitch, but it's like... What's the... It's a light balancing issue with the bridge. Ugh. Even 5 years later, we're still... Well, not 5 years later. Almost 4 years later. Can I say almost 4 years later? Fuck, I'm saying almost 4 years later. We're still getting these fucking weird-ass bugs that make no sense. Then again, that's the nature of coding. You fix one thing, 5 more problems pop up. Why I hated coding. Yeah, true. By the time the 4-year anniversary of this game comes out, perfect game, exactly. 10 out of 10, no notes. But yeah, by the time the 4-year anniversary of this game drops, we're probably gonna be playing Gen 10. Because, like, I do not see a situation where we don't get our Gen 10 reveal trailer on Pokemon Day. I just don't see it. Mega Dragology Corrosion? I mean, that only works if you can poison it, right? Like, you can't hit a fairy type with a poison move. Sorry, you still... Not a fairy... A steel type with a poison move, yet. You exclusively hit fairy types with a poison move. What the fuck am I saying? Really? Oh, yeah, okay. I guess, I mean... I feel like unless you tweak corrosion, that not just, like, poison status moves will affect steel types. I don't know about that one, to be honest. Yes, you can use toxic on steel types if you have corrosion. Yes. But then you can't use a move like Sludge Wave or... Like, let's say you wanted to hit Zacian, you'd have to use a different... Fuck, Jesus Christ. I just realized Zacian's immune to both of Dragalge's stabs. And actually, I just realized there's actually a better Pokemon than Incineroar to counter, like, Zacian and Primal Groudon. Fucking Gyarados. It's a water type. It's a water flying type that gets access to fucking Intimidate as its ability. That right there, like... I also like the big theory with Mega, about Moxie Gary. I mean, yeah, Moxie Gary is not as common in VGC. That's the thing. Most of the time, Gyarados tends to just run Intimidate. Because in VGC, Intimidate is honestly just that good. Right? Like, there's a reason why the Clear Amulet was added in. There's a single ability Skull Teacher have that if it doesn't get it when it Megas, they messed up. Stamina? Merciless? Merciless. Oh, wow. I said that right before you typed it, too. That's the funny thing. Or right before you sent it. Merciless actually makes sense, yeah. Actually, it's funny. I feel like Salazzle should have gotten Merciless and... what's its name? Toxapex should have gotten Corrosion as its ability. Like, I feel like there were some wires crossed there. Because Merciless makes more sense for Salazzle, which is more offensive. Yeah, no, I haven't read it, but I believe that. Because, like, again, Merciless makes sense for offensively oriented Pokemon, I would say. Why it doesn't make sense that fucking Toxapex gets it. And again, just Corrosion, I feel like doesn't make as much sense for an offensive Pokemon, like... Because it's entry and lore. Fucking lore. Yeah, well, lore doesn't matter much in VGC, unfortunately. What ability could Baxcalibur get? Ooh, see that? That's an interesting idea. Just meme, go straight for the fucking huge power. No, honestly, yeah, Thermal Exchange is probably just... Like, unless its stats are, like, really bad, like, it gets, like, a massive speed drop or something, I think Thermal Exchange is the best option. But, like, having a physical attacker that's immune to burns, but also isn't a fire type, is kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, technically Rayquaza does that. Because Airlock was its signature ability. I know it's technically just Cloud 9, but... Good as gold? No. I mean, it's not a terrible idea. Because, you know, it makes it immune to more than just Will-O-Wisp. But that, no. Do I need to swap eggs? Skarmory? Yeah, I mean, it worked for... Especially considering Mega Skarmory is much more of a physical attacker than even just base Skarmory. Ah, shit, I gotta move my car. Alright, I'm probably gonna call it a night pretty soon, actually, because I gotta work in the morning, and there's some shenanigans that gotta be done with my car. We gotta do some car moving around, because I gotta work. But, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and call it here, I think. Release. Alright, so that is going to be it for us for tonight. Sorry I couldn't have done this long, but I got so much prep to do for work tomorrow. So I'm gonna quickly... not that. I'm going to fly back to Central Plaza. And that's gonna be it for us for tonight. So, thank you all so much for joining in. If you would like to follow on social media or join our awesome Discord community, links as... I'm sorry, AJ, but I gotta work in the morning. I'm sorry, bud. Yeah, links is always in the chat off the side, or my bio if you're watching on TikTok. Let's go find someone to send the love over to on the Twitch side of things. Floyd's ability, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. There's really nothing different about Eternal Floette besides its special attack stat. And the fact that if it hadn't gotten its Mega Stone, it could actually use Eviolite pretty well too, I would say. Since technically it's capable of evolution, but it can't evolve, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I feel like that doesn't make sense. Alright, let's go send the love over to Ace Trainer Liam. He's playing Digimon Story Time Stranger. We'll go send the love his way, because fuck it, why not? Alright. It wouldn't? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Alright, let's go send the love over to Ace Trainer Liam. It's not capable of evolution. That's why. Fair enough. Alright. That's gonna be it for us for tonight. So thank you all so much for today, and I will see y'all on Friday. Peace!